studio on this tiny little Greek island. I'm in my living room today. I have a small fire in the fireplace, which is right there. I wonder if I can show it. I guess I can't get that to you. Anyways, today I have some writing to do. First up, I happen to have the house to myself, and so I have moved my studio out of my regular tiny little studio, and I am in a different space next to the fire, which is nice. It's chilly outside, although beautiful sunlight everywhere. All things good. And I am going to be doing some writing, a couple of different projects that I have. One is expanding the information, the ebook, into maybe a deeper understanding of the process of manifestation and how that works in your studio, and how you can use the information by understanding yourself better, and understanding how creativity works, and moving through the different stages. And that when, at least for me, right, when I understand this and I know what's going on, I have a roadmap towards my creativity, how the creative process works, which means in my mind that I have a roadmap to my authentic self. And anytime your authentic self is out there creating and you are connected and centered within as without, that is when you are vibing with, in the zone with your authentic self. So, being authentic, that whole idea of coming to your authentic self and all of that, doesn't really need a lot. And it really isn't far away. We often look at our authenticity as something that, I'll never get there. Why bother? I'll never get there anyways. And yeah, that is not true. But I do understand how the thought can be a bit overwhelming. And I mean, come on. Why even bother with pushing the limits like that? Just, I think when I come to that question, I'm always brought to the different types of people, and very, very generically speaking, there are the practical types, and there are the mental types. Mental is probably the wrong word. Sorry about that. That was not intended. They are the practical types and the abstract thinking types. And I tend to get lost in this, in the imagination, in the visualization, the putting together of ideas, as this creativity is coming in. And it's still very wide and abstract. And then I tend to siphon off and close down when I get to the practical part. At least when I was younger, I don't do that anymore. But it was the thing, putting the idea, the abstract idea, into physical reality was the thing that I just couldn't do. Because let's think about it. If you're like me in that way, when you actually make it happen and you make it physically manifest, then all of your mistakes, all of your shortcomings, all of the things that don't work out so well are evident. They're right there. You can see it. It's in my painting. So, I mean, that can be terrifying to the perfectionist type. And yes, I am guilty of being a perfectionist type for myself, not for other people. Just in here. I mean, come on. But so I am that type. Whereas somebody like my husband, my partner, who is very practical, it's like, this needs to be done. Let's just do it. And it doesn't matter if it's not perfect. It has to be done. Let's close it and move on to the next. And I have in my later years, in my wiser years, hopefully wiser, I have been able to embrace the practical side of things. So yes, now I can put up a canvas and actually paint it. And I don't care anymore if it turns out or not. I used to, but I don't anymore. It is much more valuable to have a painting that does not turn out great than to not paint it at all. And so, these are my thoughts, especially during this week, right? Thinking about all these different things. So coming to actually just painting it. And yeah, it's not going to be perfect. And yeah, there's going to be things that you're like, I don't like that part. But you can also flip it and look at the results in a much more positive light. And rather than being negative about, that part, I can't do that. That doesn't look very good. Or no, the eye isn't perfect and I haven't got this, that, or the other thing. You can look at it and say, oh, cool, look at all the things I did do well in this painting. And then you can also look at the things you didn't do well, but with, oh, cool, I see now. I see the mistake that I'm making. And then when you see it, wow, the next time you go back in and paint it, you'll get it right. You'll do it better, not get it right. Forget that word, but do it better because you'll be aware of what's going on. So the act of coming into your center, of being balanced, at the heart chakra, we can spread our arms and be the teeter-totter, right? If I'm more in the abstract area, how can I bring the weight down to ground my abstract ideas, my inspirations, my visualizations, my, all of those beautiful things that are essential to creating art and actually getting to the canvas and painting it and not getting stuck in the ego, not getting stuck in the perfectionist mode, just getting there and painting it and seeing what will happen and what will come of it as you move along. It's the same thing that I talked about for people who want to start a YouTube channel, us older folks out there who are kind of, how the heck do you do it? Especially for artists. It can be a daunting task to actually do it. And you upload your video, your first 10 videos, your first 30 videos, your first, 80 videos, and you're like, nothing's happening. This is still bad. I'm not getting, hi, Susan, that's so true. I'm also a recovering perfectionist. Well, hello, sister perfectionist. Yeah, it is really something that whole perfectionist thing. So, starting a YouTube channel, especially for artists, and especially for perfectionist artists, is daunting. It's heavy. It's unbelievable. And it is only all of those daunting, heavy, unbelievable things, as long as you're stuck underneath looking at things look at all the things that have gone wrong, rather than kind of like letting go of that and coming up on top and looking down and saying, oh, well, there are quite a few things that went well, quite a few things that I learned. Oh my goodness, I see this imperfect part of my painting that I know I can do better next time. And then there you go. And there you go. And then you go on to your next painting. And isn't that the path, the more balanced path than just being stuck up here? Or let's say you're a very practical type and you're very routine and you're like, I'm just going to paint. And without coming into balance on the upper levels, on the more abstract levels of the deeper meanings, of the outer edges of your practical endeavor, painting that painting. Rather than just saying, okay, I did it, now go on to the next, is sitting with the painting, sitting with it, and pushing beyond and opening up to the more fluid areas, the more abstract areas, and maybe connecting with that part of yourself a little bit more. Everything is about coming into balance. Every day is about being in harmony. If you look at it on a physical kind of way, the day itself is in harmony because of the night. We can't have the daytime all day long, okay, if you're up in Alaska. Yeah, you can. But even that is imbalanced because you have, 6 months of sunlight and then 6 months of darkness. There is always, the balance is always coming into play. And we need to have that same kind of balance, which is found in your heart area, right? That balance point between your upper, more abstract areas and your more physical, get to it, practical part of that process of manifestation. You get an idea, you become aware, and you need to manifest it in the world, right? Today, after I do my writing, I will become aware of the house that needs to be cleaned up, and I will manifest it. It may only take me 15 minutes to do it, but it will be a conscious process of manifestation, because the more I do it in the daily tiny parts of my day, of my life, the more I can utilize the flow, this inner channel. I become more connected to this inner channel, more aware of what's going on in my own inner channel, and I'm able to work with it. I'm able to let go of another pebble or stone or boulder of that perfectionist part of me, my ego overprotecting me. That's the perfectionist thing coming into play, right? I can let go and uncover and release and connect and come back again and again and again throughout my day. A full breath, an inhale and exhale, so that I can inhale again. Oh boy, I love it. It's a beautiful, beautiful day today, you guys. I wish you all, if you're in the nighttime, that when you wake up in the morning, you are connected with your own inner channel, with your own understandings, You can feel the parts, the areas of you that are not quite humming. And, I'm always going down here for that because it is my solar plexus is my first spot that gets clamped down. And, just being aware of it, breathing into those areas that aren't working for you to help you stay in a deeper balance throughout your day. As the sunlight comes up, it goes down, we have light, we have dark, and it is always continually moving and turning and, shooting throughout the universe in my abstract mind. So with that, you guys, be inspired, be creative, be you. My heart hugs. Love you all. Take care. I will see you all again on Monday. Have a beautiful weekend. If you need me, I'm here. Contact me, connect with me. Yeah. Oh, by the way, those of you who are in the members group in YouTube, if you're not there, it's $2.99 a month, and we get together and have a tea time, which will be next Friday, 6 o'clock Greek time. So, and we'll be hooking up and talking about where we are on our creative endeavors, where we are getting blocked, things that we talk about, things that we are learning, and how to take the different pieces that each of us has in this group and pulling it, using those pieces to help us all have a deeper understanding of who we are in this creative realm, and how to honor ourselves in that creativity in a stronger way, in a more balanced way. And we have those who are up in this creative area and those who are very physical and practical. And it's really quite lovely having these conversations. And this next one will be happening next Friday at 6 o'clock Greek time. The link is in the YouTube members area, so you guys can go there. And we're going to be using Google Meet this time rather than Zoom. Want to test it out and see if maybe it is a better platform. Okay, so with that, you guys, again, be inspired, be creative, be you. Have a great weekend, and I will see you all again on Monday. Have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day today. Bye, everyone.